Hi guys, happy Friday. How you doing? I hope you are well. So this is the third installment of my self-awareness, relationship and other growing pains reflection on life, really. So in my two previous videos, I talked about self-esteem and soulmates, and how emotionally we can grow, or we can grow apart together, and how life sometimes hands you a diamond wrapped in newspaper, and it can all be a bit of a muddle trying to figure out everything along the way. Well, one thing I know for sure, without an absolute shadow of a doubt, it's really, really important that you tell the people that you love how much you love them every opportunity that you get. You know, you have to tell them. It's not just the people. It's easy to tell our kids and our partner, or our family and our friends. Or is it? I don't know, because I am one of those people who I tell everyone I love you. But sometimes when it's been needed the most, when I should have said it, I should have spoken up, and I should have just called it as I saw it, I haven't, and I've lived to regret that. Not so much regret maybe, but I wish I hadn't. I wish I had said I love you when I had the opportunity to say I love you, and I should have said it when I should have said it. And the point of that isn't about the actual saying of the I love you, it's the lesson that speaking your truth would have taught me, or will teach you. It's because when you say I love you, you are really putting yourself, you're opening up yourself to so much. You are so vulnerable in that moment. And if you can actually say those words and mean them and be in alignment with the truth that you love somebody, it takes courage, and you have to develop bravery, and you develop some of the finer human virtues by way of saying I love you. You know, by owning it, by meaning it, by feeling it, by sharing it, by expressing it. What you do is you stand in alignment with the truth of your being, which is courage, which is love, which is bravery, which is I am willing to defend how I feel. I don't have to defend it. I'm sharing it. I'm willing to go there. Yeah. Why? Well, because I know that not to say how I feel is the worst thing I could possibly do in this moment. Yeah, because going back to manifestation and the law of attraction, remember, it's our feelings that power the law of attraction. So when we want to bring good things in our lives, we try to raise our vibration to the highest vibration in order to get the stuff that we want faster. And the highest vibration is always love. And what better way to train yourself into the vibration of manifestation than to own and claim and say, I love you? Because in doing so, you smash through all the illusion and all the barriers and all the things that would hold you back. Because if you can love and declare your love for somebody, even when you run the risk of having your heart broken, the universe respects you, and it will bend to you in other ways. And you as a person develop self-confidence and self-esteem, and you know that you tried, and that is one regret that you are not taking to your grave. And I think that's why it's so important to say I love you when the time is right for you to say I love you. And it's almost like the whole universe holds its breath waiting for you to say it. And we live in these physical bodies for such a short space of time, folks. So you don't know when you're going to get another opportunity to say those three beautiful, magical words. And the last thing you want, really, that I know for myself, is to go to... I made a promise, actually. Let me rephrase it. I made a promise about 2 years ago, when I really kind of committed to my spiritual journey in earnest, that I would not go to my grave with an unsaid I love you in me. And having made that promise to myself and to Source and to everyone around me, what's happened is I say I love you a lot. And you probably heard me say I love you so much, because it literally bursts out of me and I have to share it. And it has a ripple effect, because suddenly people, every time I have a conversation, people say I love you, and I say I love you. And so I love you has just become like our standard end of conversation, closing statement now, in all my messages, in all my texts, apart from business things. I always say I love you, or lots of love, and I always declare my love for you at the end. And it has given me a real sense of strength and empowerment, because I know when I say those words, I mean them. So say I love you. This has been a very long way of me saying to tell you to say I love you. But it's something I truly have learned, the power of those beautiful words. The other thing is, the last point, I guess, in this little video series was about, let me think how to say it properly. Okay, so people aren't often what they seem to be in the moment that you're seeing them. But often in hindsight, they weren't what you thought they were at the time. Does that make sense? So a lot of the time when we meet people, we have prejudices and we have judgments about them. Well, because we're human and we're designed to kind of have those things in us from a biological standpoint, just to keep us safe and alive. But moving on from that, if we allow our prejudices and our prejudgments to stand in front of somebody, then we are denying ourselves the opportunity to really get to know them and for them to get to know us. And more often than not, and I know this from especially at work, I've noticed this in my career over the years, that I've had judgments about people and perceptions about them. And then afterwards, it's only like as I've got to know them and or they've left or something has happened and I've gone, actually, they're not who I really thought they were. They're actually better. And a lot of those things where we judge somebody based on our own perception of them, it's usually because what they've done is they've triggered something in us that we're not really comfortable with, you know, that we don't like. And if you are feeling dislike or discomfort about somebody, it's not about them, it's about you. Yeah, because they may be horrible, if for want of a better word, they may not be a nice person, but for them to have that effect on you means that there's something going on in your own vibration that needs to be addressed. And it could be in any way, shape or form. I don't necessarily know. I can't give you like a blanket cover for what it might be. But the people that we don't like, the people that we judge for our own reasons without evidence of their crime, more often than not, when time passes, we are wrong about them. And that's something that I have really come to learn the hard way, that a lot of the things that I thought about people in the moment weren't actually true in hindsight. So people aren't what they always seem to be, and that can work both ways, positive and negative. And more often than not, what we thought that they were in that moment isn't true at all, because we all have our little foibles and we all have our times when we're not, you know, we're just not in a good mood. And, you know, and we can let that cloud a whole relationship, whole friendship or whole something, because at that point in time we weren't feeling good and we carried that forward. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you have gotten some value out of this conversation in particular, because these were the life lessons. Because I'm, you know, at the end of the day, I am nearer to 50 than I am to 40, so I've lived a long time, and I just wanted to share some of these insights with you. So let me know what you think. As always, let me know what you feel. Share your wisdom with me, because this is a two-way conversation. Please do comment, like and share. And I will catch up with you very, very soon. Take care. Lots of love from me. Bye-bye. Woo!